Hello, you're watching Encore. I'm Michelle Harrison-Pless in Paris. Coming up, the show's making waves on the small screen. He plays an 18th century soldier in the hit drama Poldark. Aidan Turner tells us why there's trouble on the horizon in season 2, which kicks off next week. Faith, power, and the Catholic Church. Jude Law becomes the first ever American pontiff in The Young Pope, a brand new miniseries from Paolo Sorrentino making its debut in Venice.
Revolution.
And we know that Game of Thrones will come to an end after season 8. We look at how the fantasy epic keeps insatiable superfans glued to their screens. Thanks for joining us. September marks the start of a fresh TV season with both brand new and returning series hitting our screens. Among them, the hit period drama Poldark. The long-awaited season 2 kicks off next week. Earlier this year, we sat down with the show's leading man, Aidan Turner. Take a look.
My guest today is Aidan Turner, someone who knows this weather well because he's Irish.
Yeah, we'd call this fierce mild. This is fierce mild back home. Beautiful, beautiful weather.
Aidan, we'll talk about Poldark in just a moment, but I want to have a word about the fans. Look at these people who've turned out in the pouring rain to see you.
I know.
How's that make you feel?
I'm feeling a lot of things. I feel sorry for them a little bit. I feel a little bit sorry that it's raining. But look, they're all happy faces. Look at the happy faces.
All right, let's talk a bit more specifically about Poldark.
Yeah.
So in this show, you play Ross Poldark, a mine owner in 18th century England.
Yeah.
What drew you to that role? Why did you want to play that part?
I mean, from the first read, you get that it's the real deal. It just makes sense. It's good writing, great character, complex character. He's layered. The relationship with the other characters in the story work. It just seemed like the right thing to do. I mean, there wasn't a moment when I thought there's something not working here, or maybe I can't pull it off. Everything just seemed to click into place, which is kind of rare. You know, as an actor, you come across scripts now and again where you think I could give this a bash, but
Some think him arrogant.
Damn your stubbornness, boy. What possible reason is there to stay?
The first season was such a massive success in the UK. I think some 7 million people watched that first
8
weekend.
million, yeah.
8,
You know,
8 million.
give or take, yeah.
Were you one of those 8 million? Did you see the first episode?
I didn't. Oh, I watched the first episode, but not as I went out live. I'd
Why?
seen it with the producers. I'm not very good at watching myself. This is all fake. I pretend to be happy and delighted with myself, but I'm not really. Repressed.
No, but do you get anxious, nervous watching yourself on screen?
Yeah, a little bit. I just see flaws. I see the problems, and I see maybe the takes that I thought I did better that aren't in it. So I'm annoyed at the editor or the producers or somebody, instead of being just, you know, pissed at myself for getting it wrong.
I have to ask you about that scene, that infamous scene, the scene that was named TV Moment of the Year with the National Television Awards.
Oh, the one with Demel's dress when he takes the... Oh, when they go to bed together for the first...
That scene, no, the scything scene.
the scything scene.
Scything scene,
Oh,
scything scene. For those of you who haven't seen the show, there's this incredible shirtless scene, which many
Dishy.
describe as a Mr. Darcy moment for British period drama.
Hot.
Is that what they were going for when they rubbed you up with the makeup for that scene?
Whoa, nice choice of words. No, you know what, honestly, I got asked this question today too. It was just a normal scene for us. There's so much going on in that scene, you know. I mean, Elizabeth is riding up to tell Ross that she loves him, and Judd is telling me there's problems with the mine. Jim Carter, this guy I stand up for in court. There's a lot going on there, and Ross is just scything away. For me, it was a regular scene. We didn't think it was going to be what it was. You know, at one stage, I think it was my choice, actually, to take my top off.
You got yourself into this.
I think I got myself semi-naked in that. It just made sense.
Has it gotten to the point, I mean, here, this fan turnout is relatively calm for you, we have to say. Has it ever gotten to a point where the attention is too much, where you just want to say, get that phone out of my face, please?
No, people are really sweet. People are really nice. I have any fans that I meet are just they're top, you know, they're top drawer, and they're lovely, and they do things like wait out in the rain for you and say sweet things, and no, they're all lovely. I don't get sick of it. No.
There are some crazy things though. I saw there was once a Twitter account from your hair.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, from my hair or for my hair? Something like that. Yeah, some of it gets a bit weird. Some of it is slightly odd. But you know, that's them's the breaks. You know, if your hair has a Twitter account, it's more than I have. I don't have a Twitter account. My hair does.
Before Poldark, you also made your name in the Hobbit trilogy, playing Killy. What was it like that time shooting in New Zealand? It seemed like it must have been such an intense, wonderful experience.
It was intense and wonderful and really long. I mean, we were there for about 2.5 years. It was an experience kind of like no other. I mean, I knew it was going to be amazing. When you sign up for The Hobbit and you go over to make 3 movies, and with Peter Jackson and with all these brilliant actors, you know it's going to be special, and it wasn't disappointing.
Feely.
And Keely.
At your service.
On Poldark, we have less money. You know, you'll often pick up, if there's a breakable bottle, say, for a scene, we have to, say, smash it over somebody's head. You'll have a whisper in the ear going, we have only 2 of those left, you know? So you'll rehearse doing a fake one. I mean, that doesn't exist on some of these bigger budgets.
Well, now you're doing Poldark Season 2 coming up.
Yeah.
Anything you can tell us about what we can expect?
Look, it's not a great time for Ross Poldark. I mean, at the end of Series 1, we pick up Series 2 where 1 ends in real time. He's at the side of the cliff. He's being arrested for murder and inciting a riot and smuggling and all sorts. You know, himself and Demels have just lost a child, Julia. His company has failed. They're broke. You kind of feel like it's as low as they can go. We're lucky. We have a really strong cast, you know. Nobody lets us down. There's some great actors in it. Great story. And we're we're going to love it. We're going to love it.
Aidan Turner, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Cheers.
What's your name?
Demelza Karn.
Ross Poldark.
Oh, can't wait to check out Season 2. Next, good news for fans of the supernatural sci-fi thriller Stranger Things. The Netflix smash hit has just been renewed for a 2nd season. The nostalgia-driven series, a tribute to 80s pop culture, generated some of the biggest small-screen buzz of the summer. Here's a clip, and we'll also hear from 2 of the show's stars, Winona Ryder and David Harbour.
99 out of 100 times, kid goes missing. The kid is with a parent or a relative.
Well, what about the other time?
What?
You said 99 out of 100. What about the other time? The 1!
It was a very, certainly was not a vanity role. It was not a very glamorous role, but yeah, it was interesting. It was very emotional.
You have a movie, you only have an hour and a half to tell your story, and when you have a series, you have 8 hours. So in that way, it just creates a much richer fabric.
Maybe Will saw something that he shouldn't have.
Who will claim the Iron Throne? That's just one of the questions Game of Thrones fans are asking themselves after TV bosses recently confirmed the show would end after 8 seasons. The HBO fantasy mega hit has kept audiences on the edge of their seats since 2011. Before they have to face the dreaded finale, Charles Pelgrin takes a closer look at a global phenomenon.
A roaring success. Game of Thrones is one of the biggest hits in television history. Perhaps because this epic tale of knights and dragons has strange echoes of our own world. Political chaos reigns over Westeros. The 7 kingdoms are at war, vying for a seat on the Iron Throne. And while thousands of people are chased from their lands, longtime enemies make strategic alliances. The script applies to the Sunset Kingdoms and to current-day Syria, and that's part of the appeal for fans.
We can see masks come off, lies, manipulation, and also sincerity sometimes.
Above all, it talks about ancestral conflicts, conflict between families. It's happening in our world too, and that's why people like it.
Political drama and thrilling action scenes. Every episode costs around $10 million, which is the average budget of a French feature film, and it's broadcast around the world. In Japanese. Check. and Arabic. 173 countries are binging on the show. The rich and complex storyline means that there's something in it for everyone.
Its biggest accomplishment is that while being very complex, while being an art house show with many characters and complicated political and social themes, it still managed to become a global mainstream phenomenon.
Over 150 characters have appeared on the show since it premiered in 2011. Something that allows the writers to kill off some of their protagonists. And that's become somewhat of a trademark.
That's what's cool. We never know what's coming because the good guys can die.
Game of Thrones.
Bold choices that have earned the show 26 Emmy Awards. But all good things must come to an end, and the last episode will air in 2018. The whole world will be watching, hoping it won't be off the mark.
And finally, Jude Law as the head of the Catholic Church and the first American Pope in history. Diane Keaton as a nun who guided him to the papacy. The pair star in The Young Pope, a stylish new miniseries about a newly elected pontiff struggling with his responsibilities. Created by Oscar-winning director Paolo Sorrentino, the show explores faith and power and will also premiere at the Venice Film Festival. We'll leave you with a clip. In the meantime, for more arts and culture news, check out our website and connect with us on social media. Stay tuned to France 24. Lots more coming up after this.
Who are you, Lenny?
I'm a contradiction. Like God. 1 in 3 and 3 in 1. Like Mary, Virgin and Mother. Like man, good and evil.